Make sure you guys stop by LincolnsLegion.com to support this show and all my other projects.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Chris and Sam here.
Hi guys.
And today we're doing trial number 2 for her airsoft gun.
It is number 2.
Because the other one didn't work out. We have plans for that one, but for now, we went and got this. Something a bit smaller, more compact, more easily usable in the environment that we plan for someone of her size. Because I'm not very tall, I'm like 5'8", 5'9", but she's definitely small.
I'm 5'2".
So she's 5'2". I
Actually,
would say
no,
5'4", and I don't know why. I think it's because of the Gorilla song 5'4",
Yeah.
so it's in my head.
No, I'm not even 5'2". I'm
Significance.
like 5'1" and 3/4", so I can't even say I'm 5'2".
Which sounds stupid to me. So we're going to go ahead and open this and see what we got in there.
Can you tell I'm excited? I can't even wait for him to finish saying we're going to open it. For me to just
I don't know exactly how excited you are.
No, I
You
don't
were
get
pretty
me wrong.
devastated last
Well,
time.
it's because like the other gun, it just looked nice, but it performed really well, but it just is too much for me. It's just too big.
Oh, alright, so first off, what you see when you get in here, they're having their Black November sale on evike.com. You can save 25% on certain stuff, which is nice, and of course the receipt right here. Let me see. So I was trying to look up and remember, because we bought this like a week and a half ago. It's a CYMA brand. It's just a polymer CQB M4. There's nothing really crazy or special about it. That's the battery we bought with it. Okay, well that's good. So we got, I think we have a 9.6, 1200 milliamp battery, Union Fire Company, USU. Of course, like I said, CYMA brand, it's just a CQB, mostly polymer, hard plastic, some metal, M4. I'm not sure what metal on it, but we're going to go over that in a minute. Slide it up, and look at how much smaller it is. We got a manual right here, which actually has instructions. A manual.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
A manual. No exploded parts list, that's okay though. This one's pretty basic. It has basic M4 models on one side and basic AK models on the other side. So
that too.
it doesn't even have like a specific for this gun. Alright, so I like how they did that styrofoam packing. So they have like really cheap styrofoam, but they also have little blockers on the top of the gun to keep certain mechanics of it held in place. You got some
Test BBs?
Test .2 BBs right there. That's nice. Probably like 100 in there. Not good styrofoam sprinkles everywhere.
Police.
Hey, there's the gun itself, and we got an unjamming rod. That's awesome.
Oh, that's so much better.
Okay, so take a look at that. How does it feel?
Feels good. The majority of the weight is either like right here or
And
just a little bit right here. Like
well, that's for all your gearboxes and everything. So.
But yeah, with the other gun, it was just like it was evenly distributed, which is nice in a way. It wasn't like heavy, but it was.
Heavy.
But yeah, this is like there's no weight up here at all.
Alright, so I'm going to go over a couple things, see what we got.
Please go for it.
Oh yeah, she's right. So definitely all the weight is in the back, which is where your tube is right here. I hate these tubes. I had the same exact stock, and on my my XCR, I keep saying ICR because of Call of Duty, but those little pinch knobs right there on mine were made of like carbon fiber steel that was immovable to my fingers, so I had to literally break off one of the tongs so I could just pinch one and get the butt pad out. But hers came out like a freaking charm. But look at that. That is not. The battery doesn't go in the buttstock right there. I mean, it goes in, but it looks like it goes in through these little knobs in the back. You got the. I wonder how that works. I can confirm that the battery does in fact go in behind the butt plate. You remove that first butt plate right there, and then you have this second little piece right there that pulls out. Battery connects to a small Tamiya type, like I said, and then everything seems to be fit well in there pretty good. You have to pull the stock out a little bit to give the wires a little bit of room not to crunch them so much. You can crunch them, but you want to be careful with how much. So we're going to go ahead and switch it to semi and give it a dry fire just to test it to see how it is. There's a push to it. 2 dry fires, no BBs in the chamber, and from how that feels, it feels like the trigger has a really nice response to it. And that's also because we're using a 9.6 volt battery. If you're using like a 7.4 or something, it would have less so, but it does feel like it has good contacts in there for how cheap the gun is. I want to know what the rate of fire is, real quick. Pretty average rate of fire. It's not that loud when you're firing in full auto. It doesn't seem as loud. But yeah, that's just some quick basic dry fire testing for the gun so you guys can get an idea of that. So now that we're going over the gun, I'm going to move up a little bit. So on the back of the gun right here on the ring where the buffer tube connects to the body of the gun, you actually have some ambidextrous sling mounts right there. We have 2 on this side and one on this side, so either way, whichever side you want to have it slinged on, it's got you covered. And it looks like we got some flip up iron sights. I'm not a fan of these. It's like a really crappy Scar type, and I don't like that, but that's just me. Charging handle is functional, and we have our adjustable hop-up system in there. It does not look like anything crazy. I believe it's just a standard version 2 gearbox type trigger release. Looks like it's very smooth, actually. I'm surprised at how smooth that is. Let me grab the mag right there.
Hopefully it fits.
Oh, it'll fit. Got a little bit of play, but that's fine. Ooh, that's a good release. Very nice release of that magazine, but then of course once we stick a small piece of electrical tape in there to get rid of that wobble, then it'll be a little bit harder to release, but you'll be pulling out anyway because that's what you do. We got a 3 set of the selector switch right there, semi-safe and auto, which works nicely. And of course, it's made in China, so let's go over the metal and plastic parts. Looks like the entire rail system here is plastic. The body is a nice dense polymer. Charging handle is, oh, definitely plastic. That's not a good plastic. The little charging cover right there is plastic. The hop-up is standard version 2. All these rail covers are plastic. Tube is metal, and looks like the mandated orange tip, federally mandated orange tip is also plastic. Stock is polymer, and the buffer tube is metal. And as well as the actual sling rings are metal.
That's probably a good thing.
And then polymer pistol grip. So overall, when it comes to weight versatility,
it's light.
It's definitely got a very nice feel to it because all the weight is right here on your inner body, on your shoulder. Everything is resting right here. So this is easy because that's what I have a lot of problems with a lot of my guns. Is I get tired because I'm holding my arm outstretched and supporting the weight of the gun. So at least with the gun like this, doesn't seem to be a problem. One thing I do see is, looks like there's some mounts for railing system on the sides. So I believe I do have extra rail systems, so that's nice. I can put some metal rails on this. But it does not come with rails on the sides or on the bottom. So putting on a foregrip or any kind of lasers or flashlight, you are reserved to about 2 mounts on the tip right up here, unless you have extra rails that you have separate. So rail space, very limited, but then again, it is a starting gun. However, since it is close quarters of a gun, usually people do run some type of foregrip or magwell grip or something, so not having any rail space on the bottom is kind of eh. But even still, like I said, I think I have some, so that shouldn't be a problem. So that looks like that's about the specs of the gun. Sam, what do you think?
I mean, it's definitely, like, obviously there's some things that are different with it compared to the last one that I have. I have the limited rail space, and the fact that the weight of the gun is much more manageable, it's going to be a lot more enjoyable to play with. It's just
styrofoam everywhere.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable to play with just because I won't have to worry about, and plus it just feels good in my shoulder too. My other problem was I couldn't have it feel comfortable.
The other one had like a nubby butt pad.
It was weird. It was just awkward to put it in my shoulder. I'm like, am I supposed to put it up here or down here? Like usually when you use it, just any type of gun, airsoft, real, it just feels comfortable to put it right in your shoulder. But for the other one, it just wasn't like that. But this one, it does. Feels nice and comfortable. Keep it, nice and close to my chest. It's very durable to my standards. I mean, obviously, it's got quite a bit of plastic and stuff like that going on, but I don't know. It just seems like I can be much more manageable. It will be much more manageable to work with. So.
As for the high cap mag, it actually doesn't feel like it's that bad of quality, but as for most standard magazines you get with the gun, ditch it for a mid cap. Hold on to it as an extra mag for friends to use. Obviously, it feels nice, but it's just hollow metal.
Yeah.
But high caps, are unreliable to me unless you're just trying to put that in backwards. That was incredible. We have a lot to learn
here. What are you talking about?
On
Putting it
Airsoft.
backwards?
You just went to go like that.
I know. I realized that, and then I'm like, no, it's this way.
That's gonna be it, guys. Sam, anything else to say?
Nope, I'm pretty much all out.
Remember, this is the CYMA CQB M4. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. Got off evike.com for about $10 or 120. It was 110. Got the battery as a free gift with it, which is just a UFC battery. It's just like a 9.6, 1200 milliamp, and then I believe, yeah, NIM type battery. And then I believe it was just like $10 shipping or something like that. So not bad for a little beginner gun. And don't worry, we'll get some shooting tests and a full review after the fact as soon as I get the time to do it. So Thanks guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, and check out my other videos, and we'll see you in the next one.
Say hey.
Later.